So what's up, this guys? Usually, when I do my reviews on every night, well, nights I do reviews, usually my laptop is, sitting on my desk right here. That's I don't know how many years old now. Instead tonight, sitting right on my bed. And why is that? Well, you need a little bit of a podium or something like to set something on. Not sure what it is. Is it, I have my nice little bobblehead collection behind me. That's always cool to look at. You can't see it because it's blocked off by my external hard drives, my box, my GoPro camera. Here's my cheap looking, well, I should say cheap, but my $25 edition championship belt. There's other random stuff on my desk, but yeah, what is there? I mean, you can see my some of my karate plaques on my wall. I mean, I could just be just showing stuff off. Of course, oh yeah, that's right. What is this? Oh, that's right. It's my garbage can. Usually, this is always underneath my desk down here where I throw away my garbage. Because tonight, if I would have thought of it sooner than I did just now, I would have just posted a tiny little sign on here saying Raw. Because week after week, guys, Raw continues in 2018 to be absolute garbage. Shows feel like they're procrastinated. They feel like, nothing is put into any effort. Just random things are thrown together and it does not make sense. It's not telling any type of story saying, oh, we got Raw tonight. Just put Gable and Bobby together and then put them against how the Ascension. They had a match last week against Bobby Lashley. Yeah, have we need another match film. How about let's have we'll see we can't do another Riot Squad and a Boston Hug Connection match because see they have a match with the let's bring the Bella Twins back just for a change. Yeah, I mean I know Bree's doing stuff on Raw on SmackDown with her husband, so let's bring back. I'm sorry, let me start that again. Let's get into Vince's voice. Oh no, I mean I know Bree's on SmackDown doing stuff with her husband, but let's bring her on the Raw anyways. I want Nikki Bella, who's sexy as hell. She's going to talk about fashion and being a diva again and whatnot, and have her feud with Ronda Rousey at the upcoming pay-per-view Evolution, because that's going to be a great must-see match for a big historic event like that. And of course, we gotta have Roman on the show again, as always. Looking so great and powerful as always. Not the Shield are back together, but people are still, booing Roman. Like, why are they still booing Roman? He's with the Shield. The Shield saved him from losing the cash-in to Braun. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You see, for the past year, we've been using Braun Strowman as a big kiss-up act. We're making him look so powerful. But when the big moment happens for him, he's going to be stepping right in Roman's way. So what we got to do? We got to, now make them hate Braun. Pair him up with, Ziggler and McIntyre. They're on fire right now with their little alliance. So you know what? We'll throw them together. And the rest of the show, we're back to Boston Hug Connection. Let's, how about Dana Brooke and, Ember needs a match. How about Dana Brooke and Ember Moon? Let's have them have a match. Awesome. And then, what else do we want to do here? You know what? Why don't we try Drake Maverick? Drake, everybody. You're doing a great job here on 205 Live. That show that, I gave to my son-in-law, Triple H. But, I want to write something involving you because, you're under my power, my money. I want to be able to have control of you. So you know what? Just for the heck of it, you're going to take the Austin Pain. Why? Just because. It's good for business. It's best for business. And yeah, there's Raw. I booked that in 5 minutes or so. So I can just, sit back, stare at my shrine of Roman Reigns for the rest of the night. Life couldn't be better. Just the days are continuing to tick by, tick, tock for that long title reign I'm going to give him. Nothing can be any better than Roman Reigns winning Roman Reigns winning the Universal title and just going on for a long time being champion. And cut the Vince voice. All right, guys. So let's get to the real deal here. Raw sucked, and it was complete garbage. Nothing made sense on this show. And of course, we're doing a lot of ranting on this show tonight. And of course, I'm sure my audience as well is not too happy with the show whatsoever at all. See here. Let's see who we got here. We've got Killer Games saying, sometimes when you stay on someone's channel and just keep refreshing this page, I can't get a notification for some reason. That is strange. I am here, Larry. Of course, that's probably why I was waiting. I'm here. I heard apparently we're getting Lita and Mickie James, though, at Evolution, which, you know, could be a pretty good match, I'd say. We got Rob saying, can someone tell me why Drake Maverick is not aligned at AOP? Why can't he remain 205 Live GM? What's the logic in this? Easily. There isn't. And we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Killer Games said I might email Vince to go to TV 14. You think he actually would listen to you, though, Killer Games? That's the thing. He probably wouldn't. I mean, go for it. You know, I encourage you to if you want, if you like. But he doesn't care. He does not care. He's got all the money, dollar. I have nothing to worry about here. I'm in the big leagues here. Just want to quote a great man called Brock Lesnar. Why would I watch this show? At this point, exactly. Because there was no point in tonight's show. I mean, a couple little spots I'm like, yeah, this is good for the moment for what it was, but everything, well, other than that, it's like, okay, whatever. Larry says, Drake Maverick was on Raw as manager of AOP. WWE must be on some bad drugs. How can you, in a show, sink so low? Again, because nothing can be better than Roman Reigns. And, you know, here's the thing. Again, a couple months ago, I don't know if you guys seen some, my newer subscribers have seen this yet. I made a video saying, WWE, if you want to make Roman Reigns over, why not try? Instead of just trolling with us, try. Because let's put it this way. Last year when the Shield reunited, I was fine with it. And what made it work is because, you know, we had Ambrose and Rollins at the time feuding with Cesaro and Sheamus. They have history. The Miz was calling out Roman Reigns and you know, teasing the Shield reunion and whatnot. So you know what? The Miz good getting heat. It worked there. Now this year, with Ziggler McIntyre, okay, they have history with Rollins. Ambrose is here doing Rollins' dirty work pretty much. But the third member, with Braun Strowman, a guy we want to see succeed in this role, is now being the guy we have to hate just because the Shield costed a guy we wanted to see succeed, you know, fails cash in. Personally, here's what I'm starting to think of. There could have been a simple little fix to this whole situation. Kevin Owens should have just won the Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam, honestly. Because with Kevin Owens now, again, he's had his opportunities. You know, I'd like to see Kevin Owens book better and become champion again. You know, I'd be fine with that. But at least Kevin Owens is a guy that's easier to hate than Braun Strowman. I feel like this all would feel a lot better if more for these other little tweaks here and there. But you know, what can I say? You know, WWE apparently, you know, wants to give Braun Strowman his opportunity, but we have to hate him for it now. We have to hate him because he's going after Roman. You know, you can't hate Roman. You just can't hate Roman. No. Too bad we do. But yes, a lot of things in this show did not make any sense at all whatsoever tonight, as Robbie pretty much mentioned. And also Killer Games and Larry says. Rusty had I had craving for some fast food, so I drove to my local drive-thru, and when I got there, I went, "Oh, Wendy!" Did you for real do that, Robbie? I mean, if so, like, what did the the cashiers say when I actually probably will do that next time I go to Wendy's as well. Do you know that the Rock vs. Roman is planned for WrestleMania 35? The agenda is in full effect. Really? Hmm. Because again, I'm still thinking that they're going to be going for a Shield triple threat WrestleMania 35, which I'd accept. But of course, getting there might be painful. But Rock and Reigns at 35. I mean, if they're going to go for it, sure. But of course, they'll probably make us hate Rock for it and not Roman. But we'll see where it goes from there. Killer Game says he's watched WWE his whole life, which isn't long, 13 years, but it got to the point where stars are not used to their full potential. I'm better off watching TNA while I despise. Pretty much at this point. That's 100% true. I don't insult anyone, but everyone with a brain knows that the Shield is just back to be a literal shield for the hate Roman Reigns gets. Here's the thing. Again, if they're going up against the right people to gain the heat off, as I said before, then I felt it would be at least a little bit more bearable. But the fact that they're literally costing somebody like Braun Strowman, who we've wanted to see get that main event spot, become champion for how long now? That's what's putting the heat on the Shield and people disliking the Shield, such as me here. Which I'll say this: after part of that opening segment, I'm like, okay, this is a little bit more bearable. But when the Shield got arrested, that's where I'm like, okay, whoa, hold on here, whatnot, pretty much. We'll talk about that once we get there. I'm just finishing reading the live chat. That is so sad. Don't get me wrong, the Shield are amazing, but are booked poorly right now, definitely. Yes, Robbie, just to get Reigns over, of course. Horsemen, go, go, go. Because they're no longer tag team champions. The B team are no longer tag team champions, which, it was a fun run, but now all of a sudden they're not feeling like they're anything more because they just lost to Revival, and now they lost tag titles night to a team that, of course, was deserving of it. I mean, the Revival, would like to see them win also, but, Ziggler McIntyre definitely. Let's just breeze right through this show and talk about this show. Let's get started here. Braun Strowman came out with Ziggler McIntyre because they're an alliance now. Braun says he has something he wants us to see again, showing last main event where he turned on Roman Reigns and beat down the Shield with Ziggler McIntyre. He says that's what he calls justice. He tried to do a face-to-face monster to man, and all Reigns had to do was take his beating and accept his fate. But Roman runs in a pack, and his brothers had to come down and save him, forming a shield around him, which is, again, true. Braun Strowman, is acting upon, what his obstacle is, obviously, which, again, isn't this supposed to be, the babyface overcoming the obstacle, Braun Strowman overcoming the obstacle of the Shield? No. Now it's all of a sudden Braun Strowman needs two people to help him, block off the Shield, even though the fact that, he's going to be inside Hell in a Cell, which is the reason why is because none of the Shield brothers can, get in after him, which, again, we should be wanting to see him overcome the obstacle, but not the case here. Reigns knows good and well with them, but without them, the Universal Champ. I'm sorry. Roman knows good and well that without them, the Universal Champion would have been Braun Strowman's. He knows with them, though, it never would be. So he has to go about things differently. And he doesn't care who likes it, which that's the only lines that was close to him personally, bashing, whether you guys like it or not, which of course, gives it a response of yeah, we get it, what you mean when I. So I'm like, okay, he's not bashing us and blaming. It's just, making it happen naturally there. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. He wants to show Roman that this is his yard. He's not only going to break his spirit, but break his body and take what's rightfully his, the Universal title. McIntyre says the Shield's time is over, and you're looking at the new Kings of the Jungle. Ziggler pledges to be the most dominant force in WWE history, more so than the Nation of Domination, DX, and sure as hell more dominant than the Shield. They're going to leave them embarrassed, decimated, and Shield started this, but they're going to end it tearing them, and then we hear Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. The Shield come in and make their entrance through the crowd, and then we see acting Raw General Manager Corbin showing up and lets the locker room out to, prevent this brawl. But, of course, they break free, they throw some punches, and then they wander to the back, go to commercial. So I'm like, okay, I was cool with that because, I didn't want to see Strowman, Ziggler, McIntyre run away like cowards. I want them to be men and actually try to fight them and whatnot, which could have been happening. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. But then we came back from commercial break, and then I was not okay with this. The Shield got arrested. Why? Like, what did they do? I mean, yes, it could have had some more of Constable Corbin or GM Corbin. Yes, we have a heel GM now in Corbin who could have, just favored, the heels, but claiming that, you were trespassing and whatnot, so taking them away. But we got none of that. We just had them brawling and then going backstage to seeing them all of a sudden getting arrested. Why? Like, what did they do? And then let me pull up the exact alert. Let's see here. Where was it? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, probably go back on the app. This here, because here's what the Shield was charged with. The charge they were charged before they made bail and left. They were charged. Let's see here. With disorderly conduct, which okay, they didn't listen to Constable Corbin. Criminal damage. What did they damage? And inciting a riot. How many riots have we seen? How many brawls have we seen on Raw where they have had to have the locker room come out and break people up? We recently had Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley brawl, but nobody got arrested there. We had my favorite one of all time is still when Brock Lesnar brawled with the Undertaker night after Battleground in 2015. I mean, yes, they had to detain Brock Lesnar, but they didn't full out arrest him and whatnot. So why is the Shield getting arrested and getting 3 criminal charges on them like that? Oh, that's right. I know why, because I built some sympathy on them. I feel bad that they were arrested by a heel general manager. That way, that way, they can feel bad. Oh, they got ripped off. They can come back as heroes, getting out of jail, bailing. Coughing up. We're trying to do that voice so much. No, Vince. No. Because, once again, now what does this look like? This looks like now, you make Constable Corbin GM. That way he can eventually take over Raw as acting GM, and he can be one causing a Roman Reigns to get put down also. So again, we've seen how many brawls happen. Why all of a sudden are they being charged with this? Made no sense. Of course, they return later on tonight, but we'll talk about that when we get towards the end of the review. Another thing I forgot to mention also, though, a bright spot for tonight's show also was Renee Young was on commentary also, and not Coachman, thank goodness, which was a good thing. Now we have the Bella Twins taking on the Riot Squad. Their first match back together in 3 years. Why, though? Why are Nikki and Brie on Raw? Like, it just makes absolutely no sense. They just show up all of a sudden saying, we taught the Constable Corbin. It's like they literally just, just walked in and, said, hey, we'd like to work again. Well, then again, that's kind of, how you do it and whatnot. I guess, but it just still feels random, especially with Brie being on SmackDown now, being the aide of Daniel Bryan. Because it's starting to feel like, Brie is playing 2 roles here. On SmackDown, she's being Daniel Bryan's husband. On Raw, she's just being Nikki's sister. And if I'm correct, if I'm not, if they are really going to go with Ronda and Nikki at Evolution, then they're probably going to turn Brie heel. So they're starting to plant the seeds, especially with that god-awful promo they cut later backstage with Ronda. We'll talk about shortly. But it's obvious, that, we're supposed to, love Brie enough for being just a loving wife to Daniel Bryan and helping him out with his stuff with Maurice. But now all of a sudden we are on the verge of getting seeds planted to hate her eventually. Like, it's not just that. There's a few other people right now who feel like they're in like 2 different roles. Like, we know they're the same people. Like, dress them up differently, or something like that. Like that we would notice they're the same people. What the heck is going on with this? They have a match against the Riot Squad. Bella Twins win. What else do you expect? The Riot Squad continue to lose because they're just a dominating force. Oh, yeah, another thing, too, also. Michael Cole says on Raw also after that opening brawl, that's one of the most chaotic moments we've ever seen on Monday Night Raw. As I said in my special stream last week, can we please stop hyping every little thing happening? The funny thing is, it always has something to do with Roman Reigns. Every little thing happening, like, oh, this is one of the greatest things of all time. This is one of the greatest of all time. This is one of the greatest of all time. This is an unreal thing no one ever thought of. That hurts your show also. I almost said this hurts your show awesome. It awesomely hurts your show even more. Drastically hurts it even more when you just hype everything up like it's the greatest thing ever, especially when it involves a guy that you love to troll us with. You think it's going to make us like him even more? But no, as long as you got the money coming in, then that's all you care about. Henceforth, garbage. As I said before. So the Bella Twins win once again. Then backstage, we have Corbin on the phone telling Stephanie everything is fine. The Shill's in custody and Raw is back on track. He's agreeing to things. You don't know what the heck he's agreeing to. And then we see Finn Balor sitting next to him, smiling as like an idiot as always. But then the smile goes away, saying he wants a rematch tonight against Corbin. Corbin tells him he doesn't have time for demands. Then Finn criticizes him for changing the rules and says he almost feels like the Lone Wolf is compensating for something. If he wants to prove that he's better than Finn Balor the man, which is, funny thing is, a year ago, if you will remember, Finn Balor the Demon was at SummerSlam taking out Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt wanted Finn Balor the man to prove he can beat Bray Wyatt. A year later, around the same exact time, we're doing the same exact story. Finn Balor is a little guy, because that's all we could do a story about. He's being a little guy. So now Corbin's singing the Itsy Bitsy Balor, which that was god-awful. So now, we're supposed to be in another match between Corbin and Balor tonight. But then, of course, it got changed to Strowman and Balor because Corbin says, I got too much on my plate tonight. I can't wrestle. I was going to wrestle Braun Strowman instead. So, yeah, that's that. So, we're probably getting Corbin and Balor Part 5 at what's it called? Hell in a Cell. And you watch. I'll make another bold prediction. A bad bold prediction. Remember last year, even though TLC was supposed to be in October, first this year got moved to December. Remember last year, October, TLC, before Bray Wyatt got sick with the mumps, we were supposed to be getting the Pumpkin King Finn Balor taking on Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt, and drag at TLC. Well, let me tell you what this year. WWE could do this, could go as far as this. This would be completely awful, but what if they have Baron Corbin, the lone wolf Baron Corbin, literally transform into a werewolf, and he takes on the Pumpkin Demon Finn Balor at TLC. If WWE is really recycling this whole storyline now with with Baron Corbin claiming that the man Finn Balor can't beat him, what if also Baron Corbin, I'm going to alter my own persona. I'm a corporate character now, but I'm also a lone wolf. So you can't beat me. I am the lone wolf. Oh! Be a terrible idea, but I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if the WWE went that far with it. Live chat. Let's check you guys out. See what you all are doing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it too because since Larry brought it up. So yeah, during the match with the Bella Twins, also Brie Bella did a terrible looking botch. It looked very similar to whenever Sasha almost got injured in that match against Asuka, I think on the Raw after Royal Rumble earlier this year. Yeah, did the same exact things. That botch was awful. Let's see here. To book the Shield well, put them against New Day or Sanity, or maybe even a WrestleMania match against DX, say Shawn, Hunter, and Nash. I mean, it wasn't in DX, but it would be a good match. Do agree. I mean, I know they all could probably still go. When I get time this week, I will film my Meet Becky Lynch video. I'm currently working on my Evolution fantasy booking. awesome, Rob. Look forward to seeing that. Did you remind your viewers that Evolution is the first all-women's pay-per-view and takes place on the WWE Network on the end of October? No, I did not, but thanks for reminding me, guys. In case you guys did not know, WWE is having their first all-women's pay-per-view at the end of October. It's going to be an all-women's show. So far we're getting, Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus. We're getting the Bella Twins and Ronda Rousey taking on the Riot Squad. We're probably going to be getting Ronda Rousey and oh, I'm sorry, that's a Super Showdown. Big botch there, my bad. We're gonna get Ronda Rousey, Nikki Bella, probably Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Now we're getting Lita and Mickie James. We're gonna get all these great matches. In case you didn't hear, that's what's happening there. When I wake up on Christmas Day, Santa, ho, ho, ho. Santa, ho, ho, ho. Oh, gosh, killer games. Raw is so laughable. It is. Kevin Owens attacked Lashley, Sami Zayn. We'll talk about that as well. KO was on Raw, yes. Renee watched her boyfriend get arrested, pretty much. Why was KO on Raw? He would if he quit. We'll talk about that. Yes, F off Michael Cole. I agree. Sorry for negativity, but it will just get worse, Mike. King Larry, I don't blame you. Lauren, how are you? Nice to have you back. I know you've been busy with the stuff you've been telling me about, but nice to have you back. But how was Raw? Well, just look a little further than this garbage can right here, Lauren. It was trash as always. I must admit that it makes no sense on the returns and the Shield shit. I agree. She's got off about 15 minutes ago. Cole is one of the best commentators today. I mean, he's got pros and cons, but everyone does. The problem, here's the thing. I think it was the first UK tournament they had. Michael Cole actually was not too bad. The problem is he's got Vince McMahon talking to him in his ear the whole entire show. So if he didn't have Vince in his ear, I think Michael Cole would be better than he was. She gave Raw a D, another confusing and frustrating show, and no Lashley is feuding with Jinder. Really, he's not feuding with Jinder, he's feuding with Owens. We'll talk about that. There we go, thumbs up for Mike. Thank you. And Becky and Sasha and Shield and Jinder and Baron and Finn storylines make no sense. They just made the list. And what was with the locker room attacking the Shield after Braun attacked him? We'll talk about that as well. Bella Twins' turn was wasted, as was Taker and Michaels. Everybody's saying hello. Lauren is the best. Lauren #1, as Robbie says in the live chat. Nikki turning heel in the next coming month. That's going to be yeah, I'm predicting that happening in that 6-1 tag match at Super Showdown. That's why I'm predicting the Nikki Bella heel turn. Well, the Bella Twins heel turn. Yep, I went there, King Larry. Is Ember Moon and Dana heels now? Dana Brooke, you never know when Dana Brooke is a face or a heel anymore. But they need an opponent. They need an opponent for Dana Brooke tonight, so that's why they threw Ember Moon in a match with Dana Brooke. It just led to her apparently splitting from Titus Worldwide, which whatever. But no, was there anything good about Raw? Nothing really. There was no way Road Dogg is writing SmackDown Live. That's why I keep telling my one friend, there is no way Road Dogg is writing SmackDown Live. This material is all Road Dogg. Deluxe Man even had a leaked script. The BT Memorial Day Barbecue. Remember that awful segment of the Memorial Day? By the way, happy Labor Day, by the way, guys, if I didn't say. The Day of Labor. The Day of Labor. In case I didn't say it, just so you know. Throw that in there real quick. But yes, the Road Dogg was one of the 2 producers for that segment, for the BT Memorial Day Barbecue. And you saw how awful that segment was, right? So you cannot believe that Road Dogg is writing any of the good stuff that's going on SmackDown Live. I can't believe it at all. Lauren is correct on that. I want to see Apollo and Dana turn on Titus. I did hear a rumor of Apollo going on a singles run and Dana being his manager, but I have no interest in Dana Brooke at all. She's a Dana. Roman isn't a good champ so far. I agree. Right now, he's not been booked well as Universal Champion. They deserve better than Titus Worldwide. Did you see the top 10 wrestlers of 2018? It's a terrible list. I did not see that. But keep this stuff coming, guys. I will keep going with this stream. Backstage, oh my goodness, we see Bobby Roode and Chad Gable talking about how they're all of a sudden a tag team now. I mean, the other day I was thinking we had not seen Chad Gable for a while. They brought him over to Raw to start his singles career. Then he had like 3 matches with Jinder. Then he went to absolutely nothing. Bobby Roode, we all know, has hit complete rock bottom right now. But now all of a sudden, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are a tag team. First off, what was the point of splitting up American Alpha? Because they were, well, again, they're not booked well on SmackDown at all. They split them up just for this whole Jason Jordan storyline being Kurt Angle's son, which again just went nowhere. Now all of a sudden they had Gable and Benjamin team up, which, you know what? I was cool with them being a tag team, but for no reason they split them up as well. Now Benjamin's not doing anything on SmackDown. Gable's doing anything on Raw. Like, what's the point of splitting them up again? Like, I thought maybe they would bring them both over to Raw. That way, if Jordan does return, which now is looking highly unlikely since, Jordan's neck injury might be ending his career, they could have brought over Gable and Benjamin and had Jordan have them, and they'd be like a heel trio alliance against, Kurt Angle. I know Robbie probably pitched an idea about that in our year in review video, some along the lines like, the new, Team Angle versus the old Team Angle or something like that eventually. That get credit to Robbie there on that. But so what's going on here is all of a sudden Chad Gable playing musical chairs with tag team partners. They come out and then they're about to take on the Ascension. And I thought first they said, oh, I got it wrong when I tweeted on Twitter. But the Ascension basically called Bobby Roode and Chad Gable a sawed-off duck foot. I thought first they said duck butt. They call him a duck foot. Duckfoot. Match happened. Didn't care. They win. Gable and Roode were a little too happy. It looked like. I don't know why, but whatever. Good to see Gable on Raw at least. Again, Bobby Roode needs to turn heel, but yeah, I don't get it. We have Elias come out to the ring. He doesn't even get to his thing about Walk with Elias right away. His introduction. He just talked about how he dislikes women who hit men, referring to when Trish Stratus slapped him last week. So obviously struggling with the fact that WWE stands for Walk with Elias. Before he continues mentioning how he struggles to select a song for today, he runs down Columbus and he goes to play a song. But out came Alexa Bliss with her two friends, Alicia Fox and Mickie James. Because Mickie James is back now. Can we just have Alicia Fox go bye-bye? Because I don't care for Alicia Fox. Bye-bye. And just have Mickie James there, even though, again, the last Mickie James and Alexa Bliss still makes absolutely no sense getting that why they reformed. But, I'd rather have Mickie James up there than Alexa Bliss. But they get into the ring, and then Alexa interrupts them by saying Columbus is where she was born, and she actually graduated from high school in the building they were in. She gets the IO chant going before admitting that they're a bunch of zombies and saying that Elias was right about everything she's saying. She just pretty much just runs down and just buries people in her hometown, saying she recognizes some of them, saying how, look where you are, look where I am, and whatnot. And she wants to apologize also to Elias for Trish Stratus last week, what kind of message she's sending to young girls, that it's okay to go and slap somebody more talented than you. They commiserate over how unfair the world is, people of their stature. And Alexa, gets a little flirty with him and just encourages Elias to resume his song because she wants to walk with Elias. I'm like, ooh, Buddy Murphy. I'm happy that. Well, of course, storyline-wise also, you got Braun Strowman, who is, trying to lock some lips with her during the Mixed Match Challenge. What if Elias is going to get a repeat of the Symphony of Destruction Part 2 and get these hands for, getting the attention of the of his tag team partner. Anyways, getting a little too far out there. So they start playing. And then out came Ronda Rousey with Natalya. We have Alexa Bliss versus Natalya. Alexa Bliss wins with doing a cross arm breaker. I thought it was completely random, which at first I'm thinking, what? Maybe that could be a sign of, just Alexa Bliss trying. Because my thing was when I made my predicted card, I said that Alexa Bliss should want to have the arm bar banned. But now Alexa Bliss is going to try to play Ronda Rousey's own game here by using the arm bar herself. I would have rather gone with the storyline with, Alexa claiming, because they were beating the fact of death in that big championship celebration after SummerSlam that, that Ronda's just there to break people's arms. And, Alexa Bliss could be like, yeah, that arm bar is dangerous by Ronda, so why not have it banned or whatnot or something like that? Just, something a little bit different. But no, we're getting another one-on-one match between them. And they're just trying to make Alexa, okay, I understand they're trying to at least make Alexa look like she should be more prepared against Ronda, but just having her doing an armbar on Natalya is not going to do anything good at all. But Alexa wins to a surprise. have a small mini brawl afterwards. But that was that. Corbin's backstage talking to a crew member, telling him to go polish his watch. Braun, Ziggler, and McIntyre come up saying that too bad the Shield got arrested, but they're still here and they want competition. Ziggler and McIntyre demand a spot in a tag title match, but Corbin tells him that the Revival is already in that. But they said, what if they can't compete tonight? And Corbin admits that if they get taken out, he'd have to make different arrangements, which obviously leads them going to, taking out the Revival, and they got started the Raw tag team match, which we'll talk about that shortly. Braun says, do a job finding competition for him, which later on would lead to, Corbin claiming that, he's not good to compete tonight. He's got a lot on his plate, so he's going to have Strowman instead. But yeah, then we have Ziggler and McIntyre attacking the Revival, and then they go out there and face him for the tag titles, and they win the tag titles. So I'm like, okay, cool. Again, I'm cool with, Ziggler and McIntyre winning the Raw tag titles because, they've been a dominating unit since coming over to Raw, and this is solidifying their momentum more. So I'm not just, just going to nothing after dropping the IC title to Seth Rollins, which TN Couponer pitched the idea to me on Twitter. What if they have a tag title for IC title tag match now at Hell in a Cell? They could do that just because the four of them don't have anything to do. Rollins, and Ambrose, and then Ziggler and McIntyre, which I don't know. I feel like, if they go with that, I feel like what's going to happen is, here's what I think is going to happen also long term with this whole thing with these 6 men. Let's say, let's say at Hell in a Cell, Rollins and Ambrose win, claim the Raw tag title. It's going to be like almost exactly what happened last year with the Shield and the Bar. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Ziggler and McIntyre can put on good matches, but it's going to be the same exact thing recycled from last year. I get it; they didn't get to do the whole Shield reunion thing last year because of Reigns getting the mumps and then Ambrose, getting injured. But this recycling this is just looking lazy completely. I'd say here's what I'm going to break long term. Braun's going to drop the IC. Braun's going to win the IC title eventually off of Rollins. I don't see him winning a Hell in a Cell. And then they're going to be going back and forth with Ziggler, McIntyre, and the Shield, and Rollins and Ambrose going back and forth with the tag titles. Roman's probably going to face either AJ or Joe at Survivor Series and whatnot. And then eventually, it's going to be how it was supposed to be last year for the with the Shield, pretty much. Like that's what I see long term. And then at TLC, it'll be the 6-man tag team match, TLC style. And that'll probably how it'll be. That's my long-term prediction, I think. But anyways, so McIntyre and Ziggler win the tag titles, which I'm cool with that. And then we see Drake Maverick walking backstage with AOP. I'm already confused. Drake comes out with AOP, introduces himself as a GM of 205 Live and also the Pains manager. He's going to take them to the tag titles. And then AOP squashes them. So let me get this straight. Why? Why did they pick Drake Maverick all of a sudden to work with AOP? When AOP abandoned their manager Paul Ellering on their first night on Raw, claiming they're doing things their way now. Like we're supposed to hate AOP, right? They were involved in that beatdown at the end, beating down on the Shield. They were involved with that. So we're supposed to hate Drake Maverick now. When on 205 Live, he's doing an awesome job making the talent feel like, they mean something on there. Like, playing that role of GM, like bring out the best wrestling talent, all this talent. And now all of a sudden he's teaming up with a heel stable. Because why? At this point, why did they split up from Paul Ellering? Paul Ellering was an awesome manager to them. But nope, they split them up for no reason. And then, of course, they had their visa issues, apparently. That's why they weren't around for a while. But why? Seriously, this could hurt his reputation. If this hurts his reputation as a 205 Live GM, this could hurt 205 Live again. And I'm worried. Because 205 Live, again, is actually a lot more bearable to watch. Is it like fantastic? Not yet. Not on that level there yet. But, it's still at least, a watchable show and worth checking out. In my honest opinion, I feel. But why is Drake Maverick now working with AOP? Just because he's going to take it to the top. Like, why? What made him do that? What made him pick AOP? Why? Why? But I know we're probably going to answer because Doesn't matter. All that matters is that Roman Reigns is going to have a long reign as Universal Champion. That. And then we get this backstage segment. Natty and Ronda are talking in the locker room. Natty is sick of the games, and then the Bellas roll up again to check on them. Natty takes her leave, and Brie and Nikki put over Ronda as eventually being the greatest women's champion ever, and thanks her for inspiring them to come back, offering themselves as training partners. Ronda thanks them, but she says Natty's been a great training partner, and the Bellas mention their non-wrestling exploits and offer to mentor her in business and fashion and whatnot. It's like, you're not going to, like, way I'm seeing this now, if they are going to do Nikki and Ronda, it's going to be like, Nikki claiming, I was the longest reigning Divas champion. I know all this stuff about fashion. It's going to go back to that whole, no offense, I don't want to bring it up again because, again, when Nikki Bella is not getting that whole thing, which was the longest reigning Divas champion shoved down our freaking throats, then you know what they were doing. I was fine. Because, again, that title reign was awful. Again, I was tolerating that title reign up until she didn't drop the Divas title to Naomi. She should have dropped it to Naomi. And afterwards, she barely defended it. And then they just handed her just to spite AJ Lee and whatnot. But you know what? This feud is going to lead back to when AJ Lee said, talent is not sexually transmitted, because this is going to probably be more so about, fashion and whatnot. We know about a lot of this about fashion. Like, no, we're not going back there. And again, I'd be fine with a Ronda-Nikki match at a B pay-per-view, which Evolution is kind of a B pay-per-view, but still a historical event for women. Nikki and Ronda is not the right direction to go for that pay-per-view. I'd rather see her face someone else. I don't know. Sasha, Bailey, somebody, more. Mickey James, for crying out loud. She could face Mickey James at Evolution. I mean, I know maybe he's facing Lita now, but I would rather see that, but not Nikki Bella. This promo was just cringeworthy. It was just terrible. It's just like, it just made me think, oh, they're probably gonna be about, all about heels, about fashion and look, which, don't be wrong. Again, I'm gonna be honest, the Bella twins are sexy as hell. Especially, Nikki's sexy. Bree's good looking also, but I feel like Bree's the more likable one personality wise than Nikki. But getting way off track here, I'm just saying, I have feeling that's what they're gonna be going with it. They think they know everything about like the look and everything, how to know how to be a top star, when Ronda, of course, just kicks ass and breaks people's arms, apparently. Didn't like the promo. It was cringeworthy. Moving on, I'll check the live chat again shortly. Actually, before we get to what's next, let's go to the live chat first. Let's see here. Where were we? I think we were about right here. Revival face now? I have no idea. Where has Bray Wyatt been? No idea, since Matt Hardy's, not around anymore. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Don't look at the WWE lists. They are cancerous. I do agree. Rude and Gable are both jobbers. It's really sad. I agree. Jordan may not return. Is Shelton Benjamin a jobber now? He's barely on SmackDown, so I guess so, unless he's going to be on a limited schedule or something like that for his old age. If that doesn't end with Rude turning on Gable, Bobby Roode's character will be dead forever. Where's the glorious Bobby Roode? Where's the heel, arrogant Bobby Roode? Right now, Bobby Roode is just an entrance. That's all he is. He's hit rock bottom wrestling-wise. Yes, I am happy with Ziggler and McIntyre being tag champions. Jordan's been out of action for about a year, so how about a return at Hell in a Cell to reunite American Alpha and give them a good run? I mean, again, I wouldn't mind seeing American Alpha again, but the problem is I feel like it wouldn't make sense based off of how Jordan was written off. Like, I feel like he should be, angry with his father and Seth for what happened with that. I feel like that's, the route they should still go with him. But, American Alpha reunite would be fine, but still. That's what my problem is. Jordan's neck injury is worse than expected. He's also waiting for Dean to turn on Ambrose. Probably meant to say Dean to turn on Seth. Rude's heel turn, Mickey's push, Bray's face run, and Sasha and Bailey splitting up. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Exactly. Yeah, Killer Games. You should write for WWE. Any of us should, definitely. I've been saying this to everyone. Sorry for all my typos. No worries. Still don't get the heel turns on Raw these days. And the fact is also nowadays, they're not establishing, who's the guy to hate, who's the guy we should be cheering for. It's just, it makes no sense. The face and heel dynamic is just so off in 2018. It really is. Alexa needs to go to SmackDown Live and feud with Becky. Would be bad. I mean, they had a good feud in 2016, something fresh. Or as I keep saying, what about try a face turn for Alexa Bliss? She has nowhere else to go really as a heel. I mean, she's done everything, I feel. The times of really good heel and face turns are over. I agree. And other female talent, Ronda's arm bar just made the list. She couldn't care less about Alexa Bliss. Sorry, just me. Did anybody see All In? I did not get to because I was working that night. I agree with Lawrence saying I like Alexa also, but she is over pushed. I do agree. The Shield should make the list, getting close to that. Shayna lost the title. How about take her to Raw and feud with Rowdy Ronda Rousey? You could have her do that. Do you think Roman, Alexa, Ronda, or Charlotte are the most over pushed? Roman's over pushed. Again, yeah, Charlotte's definitely sometimes over pushed. I mean, but I still at least think that, Charlotte, for the most part, is still a good talent. It's just that, she gets thrown into these opportunities that when, someone else like Becky Lynch or someone else, should have gained them instead. But, I still think Charlotte at least is a good talent. I mean, Roman, again, could be a good talent, too, if he was not pushed to troll with us, pretty much. I say out of all those, Roman's most overpushed. Shield Reunion just made the list. Killer Games got school in 3 hours. Oh, geez. I hope you'll be okay. Oh, well, I do this a lot. I already see JD from NY absolutely destroying this shit show. Oh, goodness. Give us more Vince voice. Well, shortly. Please don't ruin your voice. Definitely agree. Everyone's still in the chat. Give me a hell yeah. Where do you live, Killer Games? In the UK. Nice. Nikki is the longest reigning champ because of Cena, from what I've heard. I've heard that rumor also. Asking about some other stuff, which is going to be cool. Did you know Sasha wanted to face Trish, but gave it to Alexa instead? I would have rather seen Sasha and Trish, honestly. Yeah, that segment with the bells was cringeworthy. Bye, go. Mike the rant guy, like the one Lauren. What's up, Luke the singer? Do you think HBK will have a match after the promo? I'll talk about that shortly. Lawrence says HBK said he'd never go back to the wrestling again. He said it many times, and she's pissed Cena wasn't on Raw or SmackDown Live. Didn't he just have a match in China? I think he did. He's supposed to. Last I knew, he was supposed to have a match at Super Showdown, teaming up with Bobby Lashley taking on Owens and Elias, which is another pointless tag match. But I'm surprised he's not around hyping that up at all. Paige is on the verge of getting fired. What? Why? Why was she being fired? And the heels are cheered more. We're getting bigger with the live chat. These are the years of the most heel turns. I agree. Alexa needs to turn. God, Mike, you have to watch All In. Epic, just epic. I'll take your word for it. I'll definitely see if I can check it out. Well, worst heel turns here is Braun, Becky, Orton, and Nakamura, she feels. Worst face turns are Natty, Revival, and the B Team. Revival, I don't think our faces yet, but never know where they're going with it. I like Bo and Bray team. I agree. Are we not getting Cena on TV anymore? I have no idea what the heck is up with Cena's schedule. Yeah, I thought he would at least be back to, for, his match for a Super Showdown, but then again, it's just a pointless tag match. But I don't know what's going on with Cena these days, Lauren. But guys, can you go in the live chat? Let's keep it going here. But let's talk about this segment. Shawn Michaels comes out, says he decided he's worthy of it and he wanted to be showered in praise. It wouldn't be him if he didn't hype up his new T-shirt. You have the network and the Super Showdown. He runs down that it's going to be the last time ever with Triple H and Undertaker. It's going to be so insane. He's decided he's going to fly out to watch the match in person. He basically puts over Triple H, but he was mentioning how he's shocked a lot of his peers were picking the Undertaker because he feels that Triple H is a lot more left in the tank than the Undertaker, which somewhat I do agree. It's somewhat true because Triple H doesn't have to inject himself with a painkiller, or something like that. Like I heard Undertaker apparently has had to do the past couple years. he said if the streak was still intact, it'd be one thing, which is true. It's not anymore. So what's the point of Taker coming around again? No offense. And then once again, didn't Roman Reigns technically retire him? But now all of a sudden that's like, nope, he didn't retire him. I mean, if it was a couple years down the line when he came back and did it, I mean, his match at WrestleMania was fine, but to have a moment like that, I still feel at this point after taking go back around was too soon. If it was a couple years from now, then okay, like that would have been much better, but it was too soon, I feel, at this point for him just to come back and just kill the whole meaning of the end of WrestleMania 33, in my opinion. But anyways, it's not about the streak. He doesn't think Taker still got it, so he thinks that Triple H is going to get it. And then to my surprise, we got the dong. Taker came out, and he was there, and he mentioned that he thinks it just became personal. How long is it? 20 years that HBK and Triple H have been best friends. In those 20 years, he's taken the best that both men had and has put them both down. In the process, he reached in and took part of their souls and their egos, and he can't accept it. Because HBK chose Hunter because he took the one thing from him that was most important ever, his career. And then Michael says he's a man of his word, and someone had to restore faith in the system. Someone had to stand by their word and stay retired in a business where no one does, and he's been that guy because he's a man of honor and integrity. He stayed away and stayed retired out of respect for the system, for the crowd, and most importantly, out of respect of The Undertaker. Every time he steps in an arena, he hears one more match chance, and of course, we hear them again throughout this segment. Taker cuts him off and asks him, saying it's about respect, which he must have said that like 50 times in this segment. Taker says that's what he's been saying for nearly a decade. Half the locker room, is talking about a rematch, a dream match, but he's turned down millions and millions of them. It's about respect. Undertaker asks again, and it says if it's about respect or is it about fear? Because if Shawn came out of retirement, the only person he'd come after would be him. And make no mistake about it, the dead man would put him down all over again. And Michaels knows it. He knows it. The crowd knows it. And there's one thing he knows. In Australia, he's going to put Triple H down again. So once again, the segment did nothing for me to want to see Triple H and Undertaker at Super Showdown. I'm not going to watch Super Showdown because to me, it's just going to be a waste of time, a glorified house show. And I still feel this match could easily just kill the whole point of, end of an era and the whole story with Triple H and Undertaker. Now, I still feel this segment was more so like, it felt like it was more of a team something between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. I mean, if Undertaker came out of retirement, I'd rather see him face Shawn Michaels. I mean, if there was going to be a rematch between any of them, I'd rather be Taker and HBK, I feel. Shawn Michaels wants to say, you know what, you pushed me over the edge. I want to come back one more time. But then again, I'm not sure if I'm completely for it also. Like, if HBK came out of retirement, I want to see him face the AJ Styles. He's my number one pick for, dream matches against Shawn Michaels. Another match with Taker, I guess, could be all right, but I don't know. But that's what I felt like more this segment went towards. Not anything involving Triple H and HBK. I mean, Triple H and Undertaker. I felt like it had nothing to do with it. It felt more personal between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. So once again, you tried, and now apparently Triple H is going to be coming back next week to give his thoughts on what was said in that segment. What do you have to respond to? Shawn Michaels picked you. Taker says you're going to be going down. That segment was between the personal, heat between the history between Michaels and Taker, which, I'll be honest, it was cool to see Taker and Michaels in the ring again, face to face like it was, but did nothing for me. And I don't get what Triple H has to respond to next week on Raw. I don't. And also, remember, we're getting Mick Foley on Raw next week also. Don't know why, but bring these legends back is not going to make the show much better at all. We all know that. Oh, we're going to bring him back. We're going to bring him back. You're going to love the show and get so many viewers. I kiss my ass club. Give me a break. But yeah. Then we get the Boston Hug Connection taking on Dana Brooke and Ember Moon. Boston Hug Connection wins. I swear they just picked random names out of the hat. Oh, we got to film another match. So why don't we have with Dana Brooke, because she can play either face or heel. She's always in between. And then, Ember don't have a match. Go ahead, Ember. You go in and team up with Dana for a night, just for a change. I know you guys are friends, but she's a partner. Match loses. Dana loses again because Titus Worldwide distract her saying, I got this. And they just weakly roll Dana up. They're going to look weak as always, just for the victory. Afterwards, Dana says, I don't need you guys. I'm done. Goodbye, and walks away. Okay, whatever. And then, oh, God. Bobby Lashley again. Why are you sticking around? Bobby Lashley's one guy I'm just telling him you need to leave. Because this was awful. Bobby Lashley was reading a piece of paper. He was asked by an interviewer what this paper saying. And he met with Corbin, who apparently said his performance review says his physical actions show a dangerous and malicious side that puts the whole roster in danger. So he's ordering Lashley to go to an in-ring meditation session with Jinder Mahal, or as he called him, Jinder Hall. When has Bobby Lashley had any anger management issues? To me, Bobby Lashley has come back, gone out there, smiling like an idiot all the time, and get his ass beat every single week by whoever he's feuding with. Where, oh where, has there ever been an anger issue with Bobby Lashley? That makes no sense. So Lashley goes out there, sits down with Jinder, doing the whole Shanti crap, and then I don't know what the heck Sunil Singh was doing. But then all of a sudden, someone runs in and comes from behind and starts attacking Bobby Lashley. And it's Kevin Owens who beats down Lashley. It was a good, vicious beatdown. But it's a week after Kevin Owens says he quit. And I get it. Last week, he does mention that, somebody put Sami Zayn on the shelf. But he didn't say Bobby Lashley. So I could kind of understand, okay, I get why Owens is going after, Bobby Lashley. Now, okay, he lost the match. He's obviously hit rock bottom. So he's going after the guy who costed the person who's helped him out of his jams over the past year or so. I get that. But at this point, what was the point of him quitting? Like, if he quit, he was literally moved to the alumni section on the WWE app. How did he get his job back? Like, he quit. What was the point of him quitting now? I get why he go after Lashley. Yes, it made Lashley like an idiot, but it made, Owens look strong. I hope, that's why they book Owens and not just him just complaining, just walking through fights, being, the malicious fight Owens fight instead. That's asking too much, I know. But what was the point of him quitting? What was the point of him quitting for a week? Just to come back the following week and go after the person who has put his best friend on the shelf, as he claims. I'm waiting, Vince. You tell me. Because just like that, nothing else on this show made any sense. Then we are told apparently that the Shield posted bail and they were released on their own recognition. So we know that they're coming back in this main event. Main event was Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor. Match is all right. Yeah, I've seen them have some better matches when they had them up the Money in the Bank. But again, I will be honest and say, Braun at least still brings the best out of Finn. But the match was what it was. Braun wins. Afterwards, Ziggler and McIntyre get back in. They start beating down on Finn. And they're about to mock the way the Shield does their triple powerbomb onto the steel steps. But then we hear a police car coming in. I'm like, it's the Shield coming in. We're going to have like a brawl. Here's what I thought was going to happen. I thought that Constable Corbin was going to come out and distract Balor from, almost, getting to Braun Strowman, go for a coup de grace. And the Shield would come out. They all brawl. We have an 8-man tag match next week. That's my dumb prediction, but that's thinking what Raw is thinking logically, pretty much. But instead, we got them come out. The Shield came out of the police car, and they start walking to the ring to brawl with the three of them. So I'm like, all right. But then out came all the heels in the locker room to beat down the Shield, and the leader of that pack was Kevin Owens. Why is Kevin Owens helping Braun Strowman when they just got done feuding like 2 weeks ago? So we see AOP, Ascension, Drew Gulak was out there beating down the Shield. Seth Rollins was like pushed into an ambulance. It looked like he got cut open somewhere. But they basically the whole entire locker room beats down the Shield. That's how we end the show. So Braun Strowman gets 2 guys just to help him out. But now all of a sudden he needs the whole entire locker room to help him beat down the Shield? Really? Really? I got nothing else to say. This show made absolutely no sense. Let's go to the poll first on Twitter, then I'll get to the live chat. What grade would you give this week's episode of Raw? 4 votes. 50% said A and 50% said D. Who was that? Vincent Road Dogg? Huh? Was that you guys? This show is not worthy of an A for sure. Not at all. My God. Live chat. Let's see what's going on. I think we're here. Cena with his new look. Yeah, I saw the photos. WWE just needs to end. I'm so worried it's going to eventually someday. Kilgrave Cena thinks it's retiring. Lauren says she loved watching it, but the product is dead. Raw is dead. SmackDown's at least good. NXT is still good. 205 Live is not bad. Well, that could pummel now that Drake Maverick is now all of a sudden working with the Authors of Pain. Don't get that at all. But just Raw to me is what sucks. Yeah, Raw needs to end. Cena should have retired this year, to be honest. He's one of my favorites, but I feel like he's being hypocritical. I feel like he loves acting more than WWE. I thought we knew you, John. Kind of true, because it kind of, takes away from everything he trashed The Rock about when he feuded with The Rock. Taker will lose Triple H. Start for that too. Thanks for the bless you. Taker, HBK, Rock, and Stone Cold always got the massive pops. I agree. Top 10 suggestions. Top 10 wrestlers and divas who need to retire. Okay, I think I don't have that one yet, but let's add that one into the top 10 suggestions list. This is a good worthy top 10 list. Top 10 wrestlers and divas need to retire. Let's see here. Or lead WWE. I have that one. Or take a break. Do you have a top 10 great WWE returns yet? I have that on the list. Or leaves. Imagine a triple threat between HBK, Triple H, and Taker at Super Showdown. Back in the day, yes. Not sure if I'd be for that now because, I'm not sure about Taker's condition. The problem will get even worse because now they have a big event in Saudi Arabia again. Shortly after Super Showdown or Evolution. Oh, God. Rumors that Super Showdown will air on the WWE Network. What's in Saudi Arabia? Of course, it'll be Kilgrave had met Pete Dunne before he was in WWE last year, and to think from going to Indies in England, WWE game in a year that works. That's good work. Oh, met MVP also same day. That's awesome. A big event just like Greatest Royal Rumble. Not to brag, no worries, Killer Games. Could Mick Foley be replacing Kurt as GM? Kind of hope not. Kiss My Ass Club. Oh, gosh. They had an event in Arabia a few months ago. Exactly. I don't know why we didn't one again so soon. The Bellas won. They had Ember Moon in the heel team because they had nobody else. They had nobody else for Dana. So I don't think she's not going to be a heel. Lashley's going to SmackDown Live and have awesome feuds. Yeah, I mean, he can go to SmackDown and not be ridden like an idiot. Top 10 W stars who need to be released or fired. I got that one written down. It is a rumor that they do another big event. JD talked about it. Don't know if it's legit. Top 10 worst segments, promos, matches, and episodes of SmackDown and Raw 2018. I will be doing those. That's up toward the end of the year, for sure. Crown Jewel will be the name of or something. They need a big event in the UK so I can go. Yeah, sure, for Killer Game's sake. Top 10 on worst and best champions. Got that one on the list already. If you ask me, it's a complete overkill. The quality of the show will suffer even more. I do agree, having all these events. Top 10 reasons why Vince and Road Dogg and Raw Creative are stupid dumbasses. That's a good one. Best champions, CM Punk, Orton, there's already 3. Yep, she agrees. Did Braun or Finn win? Braun won. Shield should definitely be the heels, not faces. I agree. Rock, Stone Cold, done your 5 best champions. Nice, and happy Labor Day. So it was all heels that attacked the Shield. Yes. Since Braun is heel now, Owens can help. Exactly, but, again, we can't make storyline sense that, Owens and Strowman just feud with each other 2 weeks ago, but now all of a sudden, oh, they're heels now, so they can work together. Makes no sense. Heels hate the Shield now. I don't blame them exactly. Kevin, Vince, and Road Dogg voted. Oh, well. So looking forward to SmackDown tomorrow. Me too. Where are all the rumors about Dwayne Johnson returning? So apparently there are rumors about him and Reigns at WrestleMania 35. She's pushing for a Tori, Kelly Molina, and AJ return at Evolution. I heard a rumor that Naomi actually might be facing Molina. I heard. Not sure if it's true or not, but I heard a rumor about that. If you watch All In, you do not want to watch Raw ever again. I'll take your word for that. We're taking my top 10 suggestions. Of course, Lauren, I don't get the repeat of these events of the end of an era matches at all, or once in a lifetime just ruins the whole concept. Exactly. She's great stream. She's tired. Sweet dreams. Thanks for joining, Lauren. Also, add Kevin Dunn to the dumbasses list pretty much. Yes. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Lauren, and thank you to Larry and Killer Games and Robbie as well with your thoughts in this live chat. And I think I'm going to check out also, I'm getting kind of tired also. I have to run a few errands tomorrow for SmackDown Live. So again, thanks guys for joining this garbage review of Monday Night Raw. Again, I gave Raw a flat D because I like the tag titles. It's cool seeing Taker and HBK in the ring, but still didn't really lead to anything. But so because of all that stuff, and how everything else just felt procrastinated, was garbage. Give the show a D. Don't want to talk about it anymore. Thanks, guys, for joining me live in the live chat. What are your thoughts on Raw? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below as always. And be sure it's always a click, buy, like, and subscribe. We're constantly on my channel. And follow me on Twitter and Domain Everybody3. And I'll be back here live tomorrow for SmackDown Live. So, guys, have a great night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for SmackDown Live, which will be much more fresh and more excited to talk about some great things happening because SmackDown Live is the awesome show to watch right now. Thanks again, guys. I'm checking out. I will see you all later. Peace out, everybody.